are the New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks. Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Say go New York, go New York, go.
All right, let's run it back. Let's run it back, man. Let's run it back. All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Monday night. Another edition of KFTV postgame live presented by Manscaped. We got to hit the music again for the second night in a row because with Spencer Dinwiddie and the New Jersey Nets coming into town, the Knicks had business to take care of. The Knicks had lost 9 straight to these Nets. So revenge was in the air, and it will be carried out swiftly by number 11. We call him Captain Clutch. You could call him the All-Star. His name is Jalen Brunson, and whoever you put in his wake was getting shredded tonight. His boy Mikal Bridges, Dorian Finney-Smith, it did not matter. Everybody getting put on skates. Day'Ron Sharpe, Harris, everybody can get it. We're mad out here. We should have been to Utah. We should be going to Utah. So we carrying out revenge, and that's exactly what he did. 40 points for Jalen Brunson. Oh, and his boy Josh Hart is a problem. 27 points for Hart. Quickly chips in with 14 off the bench, and the Knicks roll to a big win, 124-106. Go 5 games over 500, and 1 game over at Madison Square Garden. A winning record at home. KFTV postgame live presented by Manscaped. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Salute to Knicks Nation. I mean, it's almost as if this guy has gotten better since being disrespected by the league and not getting selected to go to Utah. Jalen Brunson's third 40-point game as a member of the Knicks. Incredible, man. Incredible. Shout out to JD for this one. The first player in Knicks history with multiple games of 40-plus points, 5 assists, and 70% shooting in a single season. And even though I picked him in prize picks, I did pick him in prize picks, over 25 points. That was my lock of the night, and he hit that. I did think he was still going to have a little bit of a challenge to get that because the Nets offer a lot of wingspan, a lot of length. I think that Nets defense has a lot of potential as they gel. So they started the game off with Mikal Bridges on him. It was very hard to get into the lane. Nets' help defense was pretty good in the beginning of the game. So you had to make shots early on the perimeter, and that's exactly what he did. That is exactly what he did. Pick your poison. The footwork was ridiculous. The counter of the counter. His ability to draw contact. I mean, is this the norm right now? Are we taking it for granted that we finally have a competent player at the point guard position? Because this guy was just incredible tonight. So give him credit. Another 40-piece for Jalen. And, look, Dinwiddie and those guys kept it close. Dinwiddie continues to be a Knick killer. We had no answer for him. Our perimeter defense was once again getting shredded. And but give credit because in the fourth quarter, Jalen Brunson was one of 3 Knicks to really pour it on and extend the lead in that fourth. Because it was not just him, but Josh Hart, man. 27 points for Josh Hart. Capitalizing, coming off of a nice debut. He plays even better tonight. Even better. 10 of 14 from the field for Josh Hart. 4 of 6 from downtown. 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal, plus 25 on the night. There were a couple good plays that I really liked from Josh Hart, man. One was he was helping double team a Nets player. I forgot who had the ball. It was on the elbow right in front of Tibbs. Help defense there, and then scrambles back to protect the rim and alter a shot to prevent an easy layup by the big. Another play, he plays that free safety role very well, snatches a steal on a full court pass, and then is a one-man fast break, goes coast to coast, and scoops in the layup. He's all over the place. offensively, defensively. And as I said, he's going to take minutes away from a lot of guys on this team. This is Tibbs' guy. He played the whole fourth quarter again, and that will be the norm. I thought Quickley had a great close to this game. Very aggressive to open up the quarter. I thought that was very important. He found Obi for the alley-oop. Scored a three-pointer. Attacked the basket very well. I thought Quickley's approach to opening up the fourth quarter was instrumental in terms of extending the lead for the Knicks. 8 of his 14 points in the fourth. Quickley was great tonight. And that was it, man. We went to the bench tonight. It got so out of hand in the fourth quarter. 124 to 106. Al, your thoughts on this game tonight?
Yo, someone get me my scouter from Dragon Ball Z because these guys are over 9,000 right now.
Yeah.
They're over 9,000, especially with Jalen Brunson, bro. 40 points. Look, I'm rocking the jersey tonight because, it's just right for a guy who is snubbed of an all-star spot. Yeah. DeRozan, Drew Holiday, you guys shouldn't be there. This guy needs to be there. Get Brunson out there. I don't know how he's not a reserve. I don't even know how. At this point, it's just criminal. This man is legitimately changed the New York Knicks overall from last season. Without him, kudos to Randle. Randle played a solid game tonight as well. Yeah. He's had a really good season. But everyone's just overlooking. Not Knicks Nation. The rest of the NBA
the league.
is overlooking what Jalen Brunson is doing
for this
team. It is crazy what the NBA is doing. It is criminal. The fact, you said it. Every single way he wanted to get to the bucket tonight, he did it. CP, he went 6 for 9 from downtown. The dude shooting 6 for 9
from downtown, bro.
40% from 3. The question we had when he came here, the question from Dallas, could he put up more threes and still knock him down? He's like, yo, bet, I got you. Don't worry about it. I can still do it. I'll help you carry this team. When you, JD, and I were on for Knicks Weekly over the summer, and they're like, Jalen Brunson's not the savior, right? Under promise, over deliver. This guy has done that. This truly has done that. I don't know where we are taking it for granted. This is the second time we're talking about it because it just feels like normal that he is now on a tear for how he is performing every single night. At this point, anything under 20 feels like it's unacceptable for what he's doing. And that's just weird because we never had a point guard like this that is leading us to victories like this, right? The team is now 32-27. We're going to be over 500 getting to the All-Star break. And Jalen Brunson's been the captain to really change the ship around. Once again, shout out to Julius Randle because Julius Randle's having a good season, good bounce-back season. Yeah. All right, he had 18 points tonight, 10 rebounds, solid rebounds. His passing was solid tonight as well. Yeah. All right, but wow, Jalen Brunson. And then Josh Hart. What a trade, man. What big trade. Right now, it's very early right now. He's playing really well right now. But it looks like the Knicks, once again, have won a trade. First, it was Derrick Rose 2 seasons ago when they made the playoffs. Now it looks like Josh Hart. It's very early still, but to get 27 points from Josh Hart in his second game in Madison Square Garden for a guy who was struggling shooting from over in Portland, right?
That's right.
How he's coming around, it's like, if this is how he's going to be performing, obviously I'm not expecting 27 on the regular from Josh Hart. But the way that he plays, man, the energy, the versatility, playing bigger than what the 6'5" that he's listed at. He's just amazing, dude. The heart, the grit. Haven't seen something like that since the 90s. For a guy who's out there just hustling and bustling, just trying to get every steal, grab every board. We finally got the iconic coast-to-coast transition bucket from Josh Hart in the Garden. So, things are on the up and up. But between both of these guys, between the Villanova guards, 67 points tonight, 7 assists, 7 rebounds, 25 for 35 from the field, 10 of 15 from downtown, 0. Once again, 0 turnovers. Excellent work by these guys tonight. Man, excellent work.
It's good work, man. It's good work. 4 of 6 from downtown for Hart, for a guy who's shooting 30% from 3. I mean, look, this is not going to be a regular stat sheet night for him, right? But the intangibles they just show on the court. His anticipation skills, his intensity, his aggressiveness, his IQ, his smarts, a one-man fast break. getting out in transition. And I think as he continues to acclimate himself with his teammates and the team, everybody's going to feed off of that. It's going to make Obi better, him and Quickley. Defensively, I thought they really got after it, especially in this fourth quarter. I think their chemistry is going to continue to build. I thought the Brunson, Hart, Quickley trio in that fourth quarter, they were great on both ends.
Yep.
On both ends. And that, I haven't seen Grimes closing this fourth. Hart's getting all those minutes. Bye-bye, Deuce. Hart's getting all those minutes. And right now, it's paying dividends. He's tough, man. He's a tough player. Tough player, man. 3 or 4 from the free throw line, got to the line, attacks the basket, strong. He's a good player, man. He's a good player.
He really is. I mean, there's nothing like this is to the T of what a Tom Thibodeau guy is, right? He's aggressive, plays hard-nosed defense, gets boards, shoots when he's open. His first shot that he took, he was a little hesitant, even though he knocked down the 3. He was like, he did the old jab step. It looked like he wanted to go. He was unsure, knocked it down. And from there, it was smooth sailing for him. I mean, 10 for 14 from the field. That's just wild. But everything that you want out of this guy, man, we're getting so far. This has just been a good addition so far. Let's see how it continues to pan out. We got one more game against the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah.
This week before we go on break, and hopefully
revenge
after the
week.
break.
Another revenge week.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully after All-Star break, these guys come back refreshed, ready to go, and finish the season strong. But the way that it's looking right now, you see Grimes with 22 minutes, right? You see Hart and Quickley both getting the 28 minutes, right? Last week it was Quickley with 23 minutes, and same thing with Grimes and RJ closed. Now it's not RJ closing tonight; it's Quickley. I'm thinking that this is just going to be a thing. I got a Quickley article dropping tomorrow.
Let's do it
on KnicksFanTV.com. Talking about his impact. But in that article, I mentioned that we saw Quickley lose it, but I still think this is going to be a musical chairs thing, man. It just seems like the way Hart's playing, he's going to be in those crunch time minutes.
Yeah.
Just because he's seasoned,
he has
he's
to,
a veteran. He what he offers is just it. Look, that's what we want Grimes to be.
I was just going to say that. I was just going to say that.
And look, Grimes is struggling right now. Sophomore, he'll definitely get better with time. Well, Quickley he's gone through it as well. Other young guys have taken their lumps in this league early in their career, so I'm not worried about Grimes. But right now, when you're looking for a guy who can give you that, Josh Hart's going to be there. So it's just going to be the question of who is it going to be with Brunson, Randle, Hart, and then whatever center. When Mitch gets back, it's going to be Mitch. But who's that 5th guy that's going to be closing out? Is it going to be RJ that night? Is it going to be Quickley? Is it going to be Grimes? I feel like it could be either one of them. But tonight it was Quickley. The other night it was RJ. We just got musical chairs right now.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Let me get the phone line started up. Salute to Knicks Nation. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Throw an emoji in the chat tonight, man. Let us know how you guys are feeling about tonight's win. Knicks win over the Nets. 9-game losing streak over the Nets has been snapped. How you guys feeling, man? Jalen Brunson, 40-piece. Josh Hart, 27. The Nova boys cooking tonight. And thank God, man, because I can't stand Dinwiddie. He's a Knick killer. He was going off. I mean, give him credit. He was going off. But I can't stand him. So it's a good thing that we won because Dinwiddie was just, he was chirping at the refs. He's crying about everything. I just had enough of his theatrics. So I'm glad that Brunson and Hart and those boys were able to put him away, man.
I mean, just because he's talked so much ish about the Knicks, I just can't stand it. And then I thought we were about to get that type of night from Dinwiddie. Thank God the Knicks defense decided to turn up in the second half because, look, 3-point, I was like, yo, he's knocking down his 3-pointers. Are we really going to get this? He went 3 for 10.
Yeah, he was cooking. He was cooking.
Yeah.
He
went 3 for 10. So they were able to stop the storm.
Yeah.
But look, he got his 28. Thank God we won. I did not need to hear a post game be like, oh, well, it's over. It's all over in Brooklyn right now. That's a good play.
We don't need that.
Go look, Dinwiddie. If you're listening, just go home, work on your crypto. All right, just take care of that business. All right.
We don't need that. Shout out to the First Lady of Sports, $10 super chat says Charles Barkley said several times that Jalen Brunson was the best free agent signing. Well, we don't need Charles Barkley to tell us that. Shout out to First Lady of Sports, though. Larry Medina, shout out my guy Larry, man. It was chopping it up. We linked up out in San Fran, man. He came with us to our San Fran Road Warriors meetup before the Knicks versus Warriors game. Shout out to Larry Medina. He says Tibbs got his Valentine's Day gift with Hart. That's a good one, man. On point. Tibbs is a happy man, and no more Tibbs belly aching, at least for right now. So. Things seem to be on an uptick. Shout out to Jay Weesdome, Australian super chat, says the Hart dynasty and Quickley off the bench is really going to help this team. Keep the same lineup. RJ will always bounce back. Yeah, RJ had a rough go at it tonight. Went into halftime with the Tony Snell special. Zeros across the board. He left
Really did
the
your boy
game.
dirty like that.
I mean, I'm just saying what it is. He had a bad game. He had a bad game.
You just said he went into the half with 0, but you really had to pull out Tony Snell's name. We have to remember that box score.
It was a Tony Snell special. That's a Tony Snell.
Oh, good grief.
Offers. You know what I mean? Across the board. However, I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat. Oh, man, my guy Alan Hahn on Twitter. Josh Hart needs to start. Find out for who on the Barton Hahn show. All these fans, RJ this, RJ that. Listen, man. Are we rocking with this kid or not? This is our number 3 pick, 22 years old, homegrown talent. And I'm seeing all these turncoat fans turning on my guy RJ like that, man. Are we going to give him some time to break out of his slump? He's in a slump right now. My guy Grimes is in a slump right now. But boy, oh boy, the recency bias for these people. 2 games, and Josh Hart is now the savior for everything. Now we got to start him. Now we turning on RJ, man.
Welcome to Knicks Nation.
Oh my goodness. These people could never handle a true rebuild. This is why we go for mid, and more mid.
Excuse me, upper mid.
Upper mid. Excuse me. We got Josh Hart now. It's upper mid.
We are upper mid. Okay.
It's upper mid. I mean, boy, oh boy, these people, as soon as a new shiny thing comes in, well, forget about this guy. Trade him. Get him out of here. Oh, bench him. I mean, what are we doing? Are we not going to let our homegrown talent play through his lumps right now? He's struggling. Maybe it's an injury. Maybe it's clearly a confidence thing. But let him play through it. The hard thing, starting or not starting, he's clearly playing a ton of minutes. He's going to close games. Doesn't matter if he's starting or not. And if he's not going to be able to shoot the 3-ball consistently, you're going to muddy up the spacing anyway. I still might rather keep Grimes out there.
Hey, I agree with you. You got to let the guy play through it. He's young, man. I know no one wants to hear it, but he's got to be better, dude. The consistency's got to be better. The consistency's got to be better.
Of course.
Like, come on.
Of course.
I know you were like me when you saw he was going ISO, dribbling, trying to do whatever combo move that was.
Yeah, it's painful.
I was like, yo, what are we doing? And then next thing you know, like, he puts up junk. Grimes somehow gets it back. Misses the 3 on the next one. I'm like, oh, good grief. Thank God in the second half he knocked down 2 shots back to back. But look, man, he's got to be better decision making. He's got to take off the blinders.
Absolutely.
That is what's killing him. He has the blinders on. This is the second game he's going against a team that has a lot of length, and you got to be smarter about that because you played against 3 7-footers last week. Now you're playing against guys who are 6'8" and taller.
Yeah.
Got the 7-foot wingspan, and you think you can bully some of these guys, but they have the capability of saving themselves because of their reach. You got to be better than that. You got to read the room, man. Read the room. Like, you got your teammates out there that can make it easy for you. Don't try to take on the entire world by yourself. He's got to get better at that, man. He was getting better by finding his players, finding his teammates. This is a rough outing, though.
Yeah, it's tough. He's going through a slump. He's not looking good. He's not looking good at all. Offensively, he's been abysmal. Let him work through it, man. Let him work through it. This is the same kid last year, 10 games of 30 plus. He's just got to put in the work. He's got to be better.
We need another Tibbs got to put in the work thing, because then usually it bounces back after that. That's what we need.
He's got to put in the work. But all these people, I got people DMing me on Instagram. What are we going to do with RJ? I got people DMing me on Twitter, atting me on Twitter. RJ this, RJ that. Let him play through his lumps, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, let's get to the phones. Why me? Well, let's get to why me on the Discord. Why me? Kick us off. Why me? What's good? Why me going once? Okay. Why me is not ready for the big show. So we'll keep him on hold for a little bit. Let's go to Truth from Arkansas. Truth, what's good?
What's good? Can you hear me, CP?
Yeah, loud and clear. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. What up, Alex? Hey,
What's going on? What's going on?
4-point Brunson, we need that. We need that. The 4-point RJ, we don't need that. But I still believe he playing out of position, and the coach got to get some offensive schemes going. Julius was basically a civilian out there, 18 and 10, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
Josh Hart out there trying to take Grimes and RJ minutes, and Hartenstein thriving in his role so he can be ready to take over the center of the bench when he come back, when Mitch come back. And if I didn't mention their name, that means they got a lot of work to do. So they just rapid fire them off, man.
Shout out to Truth. Simple and plain. Said if I didn't mention you, means you got some work to do. Shout out to Truth, man. Shout out to Truth. Who we got here? Who we got here? All right, I'm gonna load up Jay from East New York on the Discord. Give him some time to get ready. While we do that, let's go to Al from Philly. Al, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling well, brother. How are you?
You sure? Are you an Eagles fan?
Oh, no.
Okay, good. Welcome to the show. Show, man. Go ahead with your points.
Nah, I'm from North Jersey. I moved down to Philly for work, so let's not get it twisted.
Okay.
You know
all
what I
right.
mean?
Well,
But,
welcome, brother. Welcome.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
no doubt.
Well, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all that you do. I just got put on recently. CP, Alex, I love your show.
Yeah.
I have a couple questions.
Okay.
First of all, this RJ nonsense is crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
You got a young guy, 22 years old, has been averaging about 20 points in the league. What more do you want from the brother? Yes, he's going to go through some slumps.
Yeah.
But Knicks fans are changing coaches, players like draws.
Yeah. Every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes. So now that Josh Hart is here and he's leading us to the 5th seed, we got to see what this guy's going to do. And forget about our 22-year-old number 3 pick.
It's so crazy to me because, we can't get any level of consistency. Look, Tibbs is on watch for me. First of all, let me backtrack. I'm an old-school Knicks fan. So when Tibbs was under Van Gundy and all that, I was about it. So I wanted Tibbs from years ago, okay? So I'm a Tibbs fan. But at the end of the day, he's on watch. But let's give the brother time to breathe. Like we're probably still paying Phil Jackson on our coaching contracts.
Yeah.
Like how many coaches do we want to change? Let this guy's contract run. Let us understand what's going on. And then let's move forward and make a decision from there. And that's not 1 year, a year and a half, all of a sudden we changing our draws. Like, come on. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, they got to get a grip, man. They got to get a grip. Thanks for the call. I think this guy really was an undercover Eagles fan, but he's just trying to curry favor and get some extended time on the phones. Well, we let him rock a little bit because his points on RJ were well taken. Shout out to Trevon Cash, $10 super chat. Says, CP, these same Frank stands, RJ is my guy. Okay, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Chat is in a frenzy right now. RJ high versus RJ haters. Brunson drops 40. You got Hart going crazy. And these people want to talk about RJ tonight. Crazy.
Because, CP, We have to find the one flaw
Yeah.
and figure out how to make it better. That's how we live, man. That's how New Yorkers live.
That's how we live, man. That's how we live. Jay from East New York, talk to us, man. How you feeling?
Yo, CP, you can hear me?
Loud and clear. Let's go.
All right, okay. So, like, Brunson is fully motivated, man. Like, that boy is on fire, man. Like, you could see Randle, he found his way in the game. He had a solid game.
Yeah.
RJ had a bad game, but he'll be okay. I don't understand why everybody's, like, going hard. It's one game. But I got to be honest, man. The acquisition of Josh Hart is just what we needed. He's a baller. Like, he make timely plays on both ends of the floor.
Yeah.
Like, the team is rounding out well. Although the fandom is a little split on Hart, he's showing improving early. You got to respect it. But the game ball goes to Brunson. He's unstoppable. Big guards. He's getting his shots. He got to be like the All-Star game. Like, I don't understand how the NBA messed that up. Overall, it's just a good win. Statement win for me because, it's the Nets and, Nets K they made. But, for me, it was just a good win, man. They need to start tanking.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the Nets need to start tanking, man.
I
But
those
this is a good win for the Knicks, man.
Yeah, I thought you meant the Knicks
Nets
need to
need to
start
hang
tanking.
it up, man.
Yeah, I mean, those New Jersey Nets, just speaking from an objective basketball analyst, they got an interesting team. I think they have an interesting team. I think defensively they have a lot of potential, man. A lot of length and wingspan when you look at Dinwiddie, Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, Finney Smith with Claxton in the middle. I thought they gave the Knicks a lot of problems in the beginning. Knicks were very apprehensive in terms of attacking the basket. Points in the paint, they only had about 15 points in the paint by halftime. They didn't get to the free throw line as much either. A lot of their work, as I said, was on the perimeter, and they were lucky that they shot the ball very well. Shot the ball damn near 50% from the field tonight. And a lot of that was Jalen and Julius were able to get it going from the field early. So that was a good sign. Knicks finished shooting 54% from the field today. So that was good shooting because in the beginning, they could not get into the paint and they weren't drawing much contact either.
Yeah, look, it was a good shooting night for the Knicks overall. I mean, 44% from downtown, 15 to 34. They were able to keep up with the Nets' hot three-point shooting. So with that, being able to score inside, Knicks were able to stay there. But yeah, the Nets have if we're going to talk about it, they have an interesting team. They got a bunch of role players, and you see what happens when you have a bunch of role players and you don't have that guy like Kyrie or Kevin Durant, man. Can't close out games, but they got assets. They'll be in a solid position. They got some interesting players. Depending on how they flip them this offseason moving forward, will be interesting. But
yeah,
sticking on this Knicks talk, love everything about it. Take out those Nets, all right? Do you know that this team, the Brooklyn Nets were almost named the Swamp Dragons at some point in history?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Almost.
Makes sense.
Almost.
Yeah,
when they
makes
were in New
sense.
Jersey. That's why if you ever watch Bleacher Report's Game of Zones, they brought out the dragon because it was a swamp dragon.
Wow. Never saw that, but it makes sense. Definitely makes sense. Shout out to Ty73, $10 super chat. Says, y'all are going to be saying, give him more time when RJ is 30. I've always rocked with RJ, but the writing is there. Hashtag Heart Hive. My Lord. What have we come to? M Suave, $5 super chat. Says, 3 years, and all he did was finish everyone's BEC. What was that, bacon, egg, and cheese? And improved his three-pointer and regressed on defense.
Well, you got your shirt saying chopped cheese.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's a nice shirt. Shout out to whoever made it. I don't even know. It's guys who gave it to me. I forgot who made it, though. Who else? Shout out to Nick Cooper, $5 super chat. Says, we're talking about RJ because he's abysmal. Yeah, he's 22, but this is his third season, and we're still looking for him to improve year after year. Okay. Time will tell, man. These people are turning on him. Turning on my guy, man. Unreal. Johnella on the Discord. Go ahead and unmute your mic. Johnella on the Discord.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's your name? Where are you calling in from?
My name is John. I'm calling from North Carolina.
And
CP and Alex, thank you for having me on the show.
No problem, man. How you feeling?
Appreciate it. I'm good, man. So I don't really want to beat up too much on RJ, but I'm going to have to tonight because
God.
it's just been too much for me, man. I think we're going a little too easy on him, if you want me to be honest.
Wow.
We've given this guy 4 years already. The most he's ever shot from the field is 44%. His numbers just really aren't that great. The guy's feet move like Evan Neal's. It's just getting a little rough. I just want to ask. I want to make this rapid fire call. I'm not going to sit here all night. But tell me what RJ is good at, because it doesn't seem like he's good on defense. We already know his jump shot issues, his playmaking. Where do you think he could greatly improve? And that's all I really got. Yeah,
where he can greatly improve is everywhere. Defensively, knocking down his threes more consistently, and finishing at the basket. It's been the same story with him. It's been the same story with him. His strength is his ability to get to the rim.
And I guess one more question would be, if you did have to move him, what type of package would you like to receive in a deal?
I mean, right now his value's so low with his new contract. What can you really get? He's 22 years old. You're better off keeping him and waiting for him to play through his lumps, man.
I agree, man.
Unless you're packaging up, unless you're going for a Donovan Mitchell type of trade again, and the ship sailed.
Ship already sailed. I'll tell you this: I would have been really mad if we would have included him for Zach LaVine, because that really would have been a big smack in the face, being that we could have sent him to Utah.
Well, hey, you never know. I wouldn't sleep on that one in the offseason.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, man, appreciate it. I wouldn't sleep on that one in the offseason.
Wow.
I wouldn't sleep on that one.
So you believe you got an inkling. Maybe you talk to the plug. Maybe you know something that we don't know right now. RJ and a package for Zach LaVine?
I wouldn't sleep on it. I think the organization has already showed they're not that high on him.
What Tibbs do you think as well. Tibbs? How do you think Tibbs feels about him?
It's iffy.
Because here's my thing. When you look at how Tibbs coaches all of his guys, and I put guys as in right now, we have a big sample size for Brunson and Randle. Those guys can fight through everything, try to get back into the game whatsoever. Everybody else, meh. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. But we'll see, man. I mean, I RJ for Zach LaVine.
I'm not advocating for it. All I'm saying is
I know you're not advocating.
I wouldn't sleep on that. Depending on how they finish in the playoffs, I wouldn't sleep on it.
See, I would hate that move just because you're once again blocking your youth. Now you're just saying that they're only good for the bench.
Well, this is where we are, man. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Knicks win 124 to 106 over the Nets. Jalen Brunson, 40 points. Josh Hart, 27 points. But this has turned into the RJ Barrett hate-a-thon. So if anybody has anything to say about the win, let us know. Benji from Manhattan. He'll switch the vibe up. Benji, how you feel, man? Captain Optimism. Let's go.
We get the 2 minutes, Evan Fournier. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was odd, wasn't it? Because he doesn't usually do that in the garbage minutes, but it's all good. Man, what a win, man! This felt good. What can you say about Josh Hart, man? My God, I mean, people kind of slept on him a little bit. He was always a guy that I kind of followed and thought was pretty solid. I mean, if you look at what he did in like his New Orleans days, he was a pretty solid player. So he fits in, man, like a glove. So it's a beautiful fit, man. This was a really, really good trade. I don't see Grimes closing a game for the rest of the season, assuming Hart is healthy. I thought Hartenstein was really good tonight too, and he's obviously picked up his play the last 15 games or so. There was a rough patch that a lot of people here in the chat were calling for him to be traded. So he's been really, really good. He's got 5 or 6 huge double-figure rebounding games of late. RJ, I'm kind of lukewarm on him. I mean, he has kind of a lot of the same games, right? Where he starts off really slowly, and in the third quarter he starts to get some baskets. But just his deficiencies are clear, man. Like, it's obvious what he needs to work on, and he's still a quality player, but he's not John Morant. but at least he plays, right? Because Zion Williamson can't stay on the court.
The
so
number
that's what I
one
will
pick
say.
in that draft does not even play. He just re-aggravated his hamstring sitting on the couch.
Exactly, man. And when he plays, he's great. But, like, he's hurting his team because now his team lost 10 in a row, and then now they're getting back on track. But, like, he can't stay healthy. So, I don't know, man. Josh Hart, right now, him making $13 million, the way he's playing, I was there Saturday night, and I love his emotion. I love everything he's bringing to the table. I just wonder, I mean, there's no use in even complaining about RJ because Tibbs isn't gonna do anything but maybe take him out in the fourth quarter to close the game. Like, he's not going to change his minutes drastically. So there's no point, man. There's no adjustments that are going to be made to the rotation. The last thing I'll say, I don't know, man. Obi Toppin minutes, they're kind of pointless at this point. He's not giving us much out there. Let's face it. He hasn't been hitting his threes. He has a dunk here and there. That's exciting. We love Obi. He's a good kid, but we could easily slot someone in there. He's not giving us much. But big win. Wednesday is a house money game. It'd be great to win it, but we're building some serious momentum heading into the All-Star break. Love everything you guys do, and
appreciate it.
Let's keep the beat going.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it.
Benji on the check-in, 124-106 Knicks beat the Nets, snap a 9-game losing streak to the Nets, man. Crazy.
I'm not going to lie. I felt a little attacked on that last Obi comment, just because I said something about Evan Fournier. Doesn't mean you have to come back with the Obi comment. It's okay. He likes to do that. Benji, he likes to do that, man. Whenever you talk down on this guy Fournier, he comes back with, a little backhanded compliment, backhanded comment. It's one of those things. I see you, Benji.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask you this. Would you even consider putting RJ on the bench to get him out of his funk? Not permanently, but just to help him get out of his funk. Would you consider that at any point? Because maybe for him, he needs to get his confidence back up, run with the second unit. I mean, he's doing that already.
But he does that already. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't see how that helps. He's running with the second unit already. I don't see how that, if anything, that hurts him. And you already see that Hart is going to be closing a lot of games, whether it's for RJ or for Grimes. And Quickley, same way. I don't really see the difference. You're not going to put, they just gave the kid 120 million bags. He's not going to the bench, people.
I'm just saying for temporary.
No way. There's no chance he's going to the bench. If you want to completely ruin the kid, sure, but move him to the bench. They just gave him 120 bags. Move him to the bench so that when Dolan is sitting there slouched in his throne, he can look over and see his $120 million investment rotting on the pine when they just brought in some journeymen from Portland. There's no way they're going to do that.
I'm just asking, man, just to get him going, not saying permanently. Look, maybe he needs something to get his confidence going. I mean, he's out there with the stars already. He's just out there hanging out in the corner. And every time he touches the ball, everyone else is just like, all right, let RJ cook. And then you see what happens. It's kind of like, we don't know. We got to get it back. Should we just let him do his thing? I mean, that's how it looks. That's the only reason I ask. And you just get him back in his groove and then you put him back in.
3,000 people on the check, and let's get those likes up. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Does anybody want to talk about Jalen Brunson tonight? Give me a caller. Let me go to Fat Boy from Harlem. Fat Boy, how you feeling? Anybody want to talk about Jalen Brunson or Josh Hart tonight? Fat Boy, let's go.
Oh, we could talk about the fourth quarter king for the NBA rating right now.
Yeah.
Because as of right now, with all our stats, he's a leading clutch man throughout the entire 32 minutes. So I'm just letting y'all know up front who that man's name is.
Yeah.
So shout out to the squad. Salute on the check-in. I just had to call in and just give my serenade for my squad getting one back. And y'all know how I feel about taking that 3 trade coming from Brooklyn every night.
Right.
So this one was definitely good for me. I ain't even going to hold you. Shout out to the team. Amazing job in what y'all do, and I just appreciate the work for what it is.
Good to hear
I'm
from
praying
you,
for RJ, and I hope he get out the funk that he's in. It's only going to take him a little bit. Everybody's stressing this, that, and the third. bad man can play. Point blank. Period. My boy gets buckets. So anybody try to shut him, they got issues on their own accord. But I ain't gonna stay on for too long. I appreciate y'all. Let's go Knicks.
Let's go. Salute to Fat Boy, man. Keon, the curator on the Discord. Keon, how you feeling? I'll mute your mic. Keon, going once. Okay, Keon, not ready for prime time. So, you know what we got to do? It's time to go to the bullpen. We need Cody Glock in hand to set the record straight.
Oh, boy. Not Cody Glock's cousin.
Not G-Man. It's Cody Glock on the Discord. I'll mute your mic. Cody Glock, let's go.
Yo, good. We're up, man.
Yo, what's good, man?
Nah. I'm kidding. It ain't G-Man. This Cody Glock, man. My bad for trolling y'all the other day. It was on light and fun. But nah, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna talk about RJ like everybody else, man. You know, usually I come on here and bash RJ. I'm not gonna do that, man.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do is we have a new sheriff in town called Josh Hart, you know. RJ don't gotta do what he used to have to do for us anymore, man. We got Hart, man. Like he could easily just play how he wants to play. If he levels up, that's fine, bro. But if not, Hart's gonna pick up where he obviously can't until he gets nice, you know. So I ain't gonna bash RJ. Even though he should switch his number to 51, he definitely should do that. That'll probably make a difference. But if that happens, man, like it is what it is. We got Hart now, and Brunson 40, man. Y'all know what he do, man. I don't gotta say no more. That man is an all-star. If he's not in the all-star game, it's blasphemy. The last thing I'm gonna say, you can't forget about Mitch because he's never no snitchy. When he comes back, the Knicks, if they gotta play the Brooklyn Nets in the playoffs, the Nets gotta like, if the Nets really stay on par in the playoffs, if we gotta play them, that's a statement game right here. Beat them by 20. Out. Rapid fire, man.
All right, man. Good to hear from you, man. But speaking of Mitchie, we don't got too good of news on your boy Mitchie, man, because according to our guy Ian Begley, he says Mitchell Robinson hasn't been cleared for contact yet, but he's making progress. Robinson was on the court tonight with Othello Harrington a few minutes working out. Knicks will send people with Robinson during the All-Star break if he doesn't stay in New York during the break to continue to rehab. So there's the update on your boy Mitchie.
Can't wait to watch Josh Hart, Mitchell Robinson just grabbing up boards with Julius Randle.
Yeah.
And Quickley.
Yeah.
And Grimes. That's going to be amazing.
It's going to be fun to watch.
Oh, yeah. No one's going to get second chance. No one's going to have more second chance opportunities than this team.
Yeah. It's going to be fun to watch, man. Mitch out there with those guys. Defense is going to be vastly improved when Mitch comes back. No doubt about it. And, you know, when is going to be the key. When is going to be the key, man.
It will be the key. But you know what I could say?
Yeah.
Thankfully, no cardiac Knicks tonight.
No cardiac Knicks. We went to the benches early tonight.
4 to 5 minutes to go.
Yeah.
That for Tom Thibodeau must have felt different.
Yeah. No cardiac Knicks tonight, man. I was a little bit surprised. I was a little disappointed.
Oh, you wanted to sweat?
Yeah. Well, I had to work out while I was watching the game, man, because it was just like I had to get my heart rate up somehow. You know what I'm saying?
Went out for a 5 mile run right before the show.
Oh, you did?
No, you? I'm asking you.
No. We don't do those kind of crazy things. Just waits. 5 miles, you out of your mind. So shout out to the Rhyme Animal Chuck D, man. Everybody throw a hashtag PE in the chat. RJ, he says RJ could really build up as a sixth man. If the acquisition of Josh Hart means anything, it signals the end of trying to make RJ and Randle compatible as starters. I believe RJ leading the second unit will balance his game again. Yeah, you didn't pay him $120 million to run the second unit, though. I just don't see it. Not yet. I don't see them turning on that experiment just yet.
Well, technically, he's not on that extension yet. This is last year.
Technically, it didn't start yet. Technically, it did not start yet. So to all our channel members, man, and if you guys are new in the chat, leave us a hashtag new, and we will shout you guys out. The chat is rocking right now. 3,000 people on the chat, man.
Let's go.
From all over the map. And we got to go to Australia, man. Let's hear from my guy, Stay Mellow. Stay Mellow, man. How you feeling about this RJ situation, man? Stay Mellow going once. He's been having mic issues, man. All right, we got to send him back to the lounge. He's not ready. All right, so that was Stay Mellow. Let's take a look at this thing by the numbers, Al. By the numbers presented by Prize Picks. And as I said, opening up the show, man, Knicks shot 54% from the field consistently. They were shooting 50% at the half. And then in the second half, they got even better, knocking down a ton of their perimeter shots. Efficiency abound between Brunson, Hart, Quickley, Randle. You know, Knicks shot the ball very, very well. I mean, Julius wasn't that good shooting, but Brunson 15 of 21. You know, Hart 10 of 14, Quickley 4 of 8. But overall, man, 54% from the field. So that was a good job by the Knicks. They shot the three ball well, 15 of 34 from downtown, 44% for the Knicks, 41% for the Nets. 73% for the charity stripe for the Knicks. Both teams pretty even in the rebounding battle. Knicks just lost this one by 1, 39-38. 18 assists apiece by both teams, and I thought that was a combination of obviously a lot of isolation between Julius and Jalen, and I thought, you know, the Nets defense in especially early in the game was pretty solid. Knicks won the points in the paint battle, 46-36. And yeah, man, those are some of the key stats. Largest lead of the night, 25 by the Knicks. What were some of your key takeaways from this one?
You know, we kept the turnovers low again. We had 8 turnovers tonight. By the third, I think it was by the 7:48 minute mark in the third quarter. The Knicks only had 3 turnovers. So to finish the game with 8, they continue to protect the rock well on the season, so that's good to see. I would like to see a little bit more fast break points tonight. We only got 10, but take what you can for this team. I think it'll get more in time with Josh Hart and the IQ on the bench, so hopefully we get to see more of that. You know, another thing I want to point out is just the three-point shooting. I mean, this is a team that shoots like that. It's not a great three-point shooting team, and they shot 44% tonight. So good for them knocking down their shots. And my favorite thing, largest lead was 25. That's my favorite stat for tonight.
I like it. I
like that a lot. So overall, solid game by the Knicks. I guess the last thing I'll say, only 18 assists a game. Again, guys gotta knock down their shots, but need to get it up a little bit more. Yeah,
I definitely agree with that, especially when the shots aren't falling. You know, what are you gonna lean on when those shots aren't falling? And that's Jalen, that's Julius. But tonight was their night, man. They had it cooking. So, you know, we'll take it for now. Salute to all of our hashtag news, our team hashtag news, man. Welcome to the channel. Salute to Donald. Salute to Corey Lindsay. We have Claudel Baloney, team hashtag new. So salute to all of our new viewers. Definitely appreciate everybody for tapping in. If you guys could, please hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button for your boys, and share this video. Share this video right now on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Text your friend, text your group chat, throw it in the group chat, and let them know the number one show for the fans by the fans is on right now. We are having a family discussion, productive, constructive, quality family discussion. We have
comical,
comical. You know, a little bit of disagreement on our guy RJ, but it's nothing personal. Just constructive family debate. But anyway, this portion of our show, By the Numbers, is brought to you guys by Prize Picks. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy for our new players, our new viewers. Go to prizepicks.com to sign up and use promo code KFTV for an instant deposit match of up to $100. So it's a really good deal. It's a great way to get in on the action early. and they will match your deposit, man. So if you want to play with $50, they'll match you $50. You'll have $100 to play with. If you want to play with $100, they will match you $100, and you will have $200 to play with. So it's a good way to get your feet wet. And how you play, very simple. You're just going to go in, and you're going to choose between 2 to 6 players, and you can play across many sports. Now, football is over, but you can play basketball, hockey. When baseball starting up, pitchers and catchers just reporting this week. So when baseball starts up, you can play baseball. And you're just going to predict whether or not a given player is going to do more or less than the given stat projection that Prize Picks has outlined for the night. More or less. And they have a number of stats that you can choose from points to rebounds to assists, points, rebounds, and assist combinators, so on and so forth. So here's where I went, Al. I've been on a nice little streak. And I almost went full 5 for 5 tonight. I usually do 5 or 6. I go for the gusto. I almost went 5 for 5 tonight. Here's where I went. I went with the hot hand, the all-star himself, Jalen Brunson, with more than 25 points. I did think this was still going to be difficult, especially with the matchup. I figured that they were going to put a guy like Mikal Bridges on him, but you saw the talent out there in Jalen Brunson. Absolutely masterful performance. He finished with 40, so I hit that number. Indiana defense, sporting one of the NBA's worst defenses in the league right now. I went with Jordan Clarkson. Jazz visiting the Indiana Pacers. I went with Jordan Clarkson with more than 22.5 points. He finished with 29. I went with Nick Claxton with less than 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Reason being, number one, I wanted to give Hartenstein and Sims more of a chance, but I also figured that it's going to take some time for Claxton to get acclimated. This is a brand new team damn near for him. So he's not playing with Kyrie anymore, who he was playing with for the most part of this year when he was going off. So I had Claxton with less than 25 points, 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists, and he finished with 18. Nets were going smaller. They played sharp a little bit, and then they also went smaller for the second half, and then you had the blowout factor, so he didn't get in much at all near the fourth quarter. I went with Nikola Jokic. Can't lose with Nikola Jokic, man, against the Miami Heat. More than 46.5 points, rebounds, and assists, and he just got the number 47. Last one that I did not get out. I got 4 of these right. Last one I didn't get, Julius Randle. More than 39. I put more than 39.5 points, rebounds, and assists, and Julius finished with just 32. They didn't need much from him. By the time he got in the fourth quarter, this game was pretty much done. So I still finished with 4 out of 5 and still come away with some money, man. How'd you do?
Okay. I decided to stay away from this game just because for my own personal reasons.
Too rich for your blood.
No, not that. I wanted to make sure the Knicks defeated the Nets. I don't want to go have to choose and be like, who's going to do this and who's going to do that. So I decided to leave it alone.
Okay.
For tonight, just because I hate the Nets. So I decided to go in a different direction. So got Damian Lillard right now for less than 35.5 points. Right now, I'm not looking too good for that. He's got 33, and it's still the third quarter of 5:38 to go between LA. LA is just deciding not to show up, so that's not great for me. I then chose Anthony Davis, less than 28 points. So far, I'm on pace for that one because he's only got 13 points. I took Jordan Poole, less than 35.5 points, rebounds, and assists. As of right now, against the Wizards, he has 11, so I'm on track for that one. I then took Klay Thompson, less than 4.5 3-pointers made. He has 3 right now. And I think, where are we at in this game? My screen just refreshed. We're still in the third quarter of this game, so hopefully, they can win without having needing Klay like that. And I also took Kristaps Porzingis, more than 9 rebounds. He only has 3 right now, so hopefully he can start picking that up. But that's what I went with tonight on my board.
Okay. There you go, man. And for those of you at home, play to win, but play responsibly, man. Once again, go to prizepicks.com and use promo code KFTV for an instant deposit match of up to $100. Okay. All right. Let's get to some sounds of the game. So we're looking for some Knicks sound bites, but here's the enemy, Spencer Dinwiddie, on tonight's game. Let's see what Dinwiddie had to say, man. Here's Dinwiddie on tonight's game.
Don't really care.
Yeah, there we go.
Does it still mean anything extra if you're playing, crosstown rival in this building versus, just a regular game?
This first one, not as much, but it'll get there. It already was starting to come back a little bit. They're talking a little trash, so I'm looking forward to playing them again for sure.
Dinwiddie likes the little bootleg rivalry, man. I feel like he's trying to get it there. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to get it there. He's trying to pick up where he left off.
He's trying.
Yeah.
He's trying.
Yeah.
He wants it. He wants to create some sort of rivalry.
Yeah.
He likes to be the face of it.
Right.
He likes to be the face of it.
Yeah.
He likes to try to stir things up because he knows. Look,
yeah.
Knicks for clicks. I mean, look, back when the whole 4 power forward jokes when we got Randle,
That's
Bobby
right.
Portis, Mook, and everybody. He was at the forefront, just be like, oh well, they ain't the Nets. We got the new thing, up and coming thing over here. It's like, okay, all right, guy, cool, nice time.
And SNY Knicks on Twitter. So after the game, Jalen Brunson, Iggy Azalea was at the game. She's got her OnlyFans popping right now. She was center court, courtside. So she wanted a picture with the MVP of the game, So, but shout out to Brunson. He's wifed up now. He's got the fiance. Yeah, he gave Iggy a little hug, but as you see, there was no grips on the hug. Look at his hands. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. I like that. The kid he's not only a great basketball player, but he's a smart man. I like that. You see that right here?
Yeah.
Right there. No grips.
He said the zoom in?
Yeah, we got to zoom in for the people to see. No grips on the hug. You know what I'm saying? It's a little pat. Like, nice to meet you. You know what I'm saying? No grips. Good job by Jalen Brunson, man. I thought he handled that very well.
Zooming in a little too close. No.
Very well. I thought he handled that one very well. No grips. You know what I'm saying?
She's a fan.
Only fan.
I'm
just kidding. Who's got a subscription to the Iggy OnlyFans? Show yourselves in the chat. I want to see something.
Oh, wow. Well, this is the after hours KFTV.
Yeah, we're running an experiment. I want to see what's going on here. Anyway, salute to Knicks Nation, man. Hit that thumbs up button for you, boys. We like to have fun here on this show. 124. I keep saying 126. 124 to 106. Knicks
thank
win.
Father with the hand in the air saying he's a subscriber.
Oh, man. Julian Plum hit that thumbs up. Julian Plum is in there. He's on there. Oh, baby. So
Brandon Lee.
Hey, it's all good. No doubt, man. So, to each his own, man. Do your thing.
I'm not saying anything.
Do your thing, man. Okay, let's get back to the phone and see what's going on here. Let's get back to the people. Let's go to Dan from LI. My guy Dan from LI was at the game tonight. Dan, how you feeling?
What's good, fellas?
Yeah,
I was there, man. Listen, I had gotten the first of all to TM, who's always on me about not going to games. TM, I got a quarter season package, son. So I was there. This is my 10th game of the year.
Okay.
Let me just say this, real quick, guys. And listen, I know we want to talk about Brunson tonight and Hart, but let me just say about RJ. You can't have 0 boards. You can't be 6'6" and have 0 boards in an NBA basketball game, especially when you're not doing it on the offensive end. I mean, at least in the first half, I thought that was unacceptable. And here's the question for you, CP. I'd love to hear your piece on. He was the guy 2 years ago when we were the 4th seed. He was the guy who was matching up with the best offensive player on the other team, the best wing on the other team.
Yes.
And and now he's 21. How is his feet getting slower? His feet are like in cement, son. I mean, he looks terrible defensively. So, that's my concern. I understand the shooting goes south, but at least with Grimes, Grimes at least is still trying to chase down loose balls. He's still good for it on the floor. He's still trying to, make things happen.
Impact winning, and RJ's not doing that right now.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like, I hate to say it, God, but his motor looks terrible. But listen, here's the other thing I want to say about them Nets fans. Yeah. The Nets have a whole thing going on over there, them fans. It's like a bootleg version there's a bootleg KnicksFanTV. I saw some cat sitting there tonight, like trying to do like what you do from the stands.
Yeah.
They have a bootleg Omni fans because they got like 10 people who sat together in,
Brooklyn
the
Brigade. They got the little
section.
Brooklyn Brigade thing going on over there.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah,
That thing was crazy. And listen, that train ride back to Piscataway tonight was going to be real sad because, they were so hyped for that game. You would have thought it was a playoff game. And, I was just taking. So there's a whole thing going on over there in Brooklyn. I don't know. But it's almost like they're really trying to copy what you guys are doing. So I thought that was real funny. Anyway, listen, guys, keep up the good work.
Appreciate it. Man.
I'm really, and listen, about Brunson too, I don't know how when they were doing these substitutions, I know they didn't want to reward the Knicks with two All-Stars, but I don't know how that kid's not on that team right now. It doesn't make any sense. All right, guys, have a great night. All right,
appreciate it, man. Good to hear from you. Good to hear from you. That's our guy, OG Dan from LI. The Swamp Dragons got their little fan club trying to infiltrate MSG. That's so cute. God bless those people. Swamp Dragon activity. Jalen Brunson said if he is named to the game, he'd go. Yeah, he said he'd go. He said it'd be an honor that he can't pass up. It's courtesy of Stefan Bondi of the Daily News. So, I hope he gets it. If Jaylen Brown is hurt, and All-Star games next week, what's the point? What's the point? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it.
I like to see him there, man. I like to see two Knicks represent because they both deserve it.
Yeah.
The way they both been performing this year, they both deserve to be All-Stars. They're both the reason why the Knicks they're in the position they are. I think it's just unfair that when you look what happened to calculating wins, like the actual individual performance,
right?
Like what's going on over here?
Crazy.
You watch the Knicks, you see Jalen Brunson, what he's doing. How can you not say he needs to be rewarded? Either this is just a marketing scheme to get every other fan base involved during this weekend, or you're actually trying to reward the players that are balling out because there is incentives tied to their contracts, right? Like this, we don't know if this type of season could happen again next year.
It's true.
So you got to reward it.
True.
Reward the work that your players putting in. He's part of the NBA. He's part of that whole league-wide thing. How do you watch this and say, yeah, I get you, but you know what? Drew Holiday's coming in today because we got to make sure that, he's doing a good job. And it's like, no, I like Drew Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
This has not been one of his better seasons. Okay. But you look at it and it's like, are the Bucks winning because of Drew Holiday? Or are they winning because they got Giannis and Drew Holiday's a good supporting cast member?
Yeah.
And you look at Jalen Brunson, it's like, oh, the Knicks are winning because they need Julius and Brunson. Brunson being the head of the snake, he deserves it. Let's make sure we bring him in. How is DeRozan getting in this thing? What have the Bulls done?
I think it's still easy. It's even surprising that the coaches who select the reserves, who when we play these teams, they're so complimentary of him, and they respect his game. And he's a respectable player, great guy as well. Surprised. I'm surprised he didn't get that coach's vote, man. Surprised.
Crazy.
But and All-Stars this weekend. But yeah, I think he could still get in. I think he could still get in with Jaylen Brown. So definitely something to watch. Back to the phones we go. Let's go to, let me see, Mike from Manhattan. Mike, how you feeling?
You can hear me loud and clear, gentlemen?
Loud and clear. How you feeling? Are you on the speakerphone?
Yeah, you want me to take it off the speaker?
Please. Edgar, you got to tell these people no speakerphone.
All right.
This is rule number 2.
We all good?
Yeah, good.
All right, CP. I love you, but I got a problem with you, CP.
That's okay. That's what we're here for. We like problems. Let's go.
I want to have a conversation with you. Also, Alex, what's up? Nick Drake, I love you.
Nick Drake?
This whole... every time RJ has a bad game, you go into your nice spill, your professional bag, which I admire about the third pick, homegrown talent. But, like, none of that matters. It's about what you do on the court.
Okay.
Can't guard nobody. Can't create a shot. He's not playing defense. He's not rebounding. He's not impactful.
Okay.
Quickley is more than an impactful player than him.
Okay.
He's not doing anything to change the game. And it's not me even falling in love with Josh Hart because I don't care about Josh Hart. He just came here. He needs to do some more before he can sit on this Knicks table with us.
Okay.
But when are we going to, like, hold RJ up to playing? Not, like, we can't keep saying, oh, he's in this year and this year. Yeah, he could shoot the 3-ball, catch and shoot. Can he swing, make him create a shot?
Okay,
No.
yeah, I mean, your call's no good, bro. Sorry, man. It sounded like a singular wireless connection, man. If you're gonna call in with the smoke, no speakerphone, and make sure your connection is on point. You're talking about RJ slipping. Your connection is slipping, my man. You could call back. I'd rather you call back on the Discord because the connection will be better. Now, additionally, everything that he said was accepted and repeated here. No one on, not me, not Alex, is disagreeing that RJ right now is not playing well, right? We're not disagreeing with that. We're not disagreeing when people say he's not impacting winning. All of those are valid points. My point is for the people that are ready to just bail on him and not see if he can work through his slump. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been saying it since he got here. He's never going to be a superstar. He's never going to be a superstar. Yes, he was the number 3 pick. Take it out of your head. He's never going to be a superstar. If you accept that and that he can be a role player, then let him work through his lumps.
I agree with that. So there's nothing more. There's not much more else to say. I mean, you just got to be patient. This is what youth looks like when you're developing. I mean, Grimes is going through it. Quickley went through it. Rookie last season. Let's all remember Quickley's first half though last year, how it started. It was rough.
Right.
He was getting 15 minutes, and you're like, "Ooh, where's this guy? Where's the shooting? Where's all this?" We just did it again this year. We're like, "Yo, where's the shooting? Where's the playmaking?" We had the whole conversation. It's like it's one or the other. Now we're getting both at the same time. He's doing playmaking and scoring. Once again, make sure to go to KnicksFanTV.com because I'm dropping an article about Quickley tomorrow. Talk about his impact. But you see what he's doing now. You're like, oh, third season, starting to come around. Look, guys develop at different paces. I know not everyone wants to hear that.
That's the point.
I think the big thing is this, CP. This is the big thing where it comes to RJ. The Knicks are right now winning.
Right.
And it's because of Brunson and Randle.
Right.
If this team was losing and RJ was struggling, I'd be like, struggling, better lottery pick, whatever.
Right.
But because they're winning, you need him to be playing better if you want to be considered like that next level and to be a little more serious. And he's your starter. He just got paid. So there's one greater expectations for what this team has going on right now. And because of that contract extension, there's a greater expectation of him. And I do want to see him play better. I am tired of watching this slow start, whether it's the beginning of the season, whether it's the beginning of games. It stinks. Yeah. All right. Looking for consistency. But at the same time, this is what development looks like. I can tell you if you go watch a lot of these other players, not everyone comes in like John Morant, Zion Williamson, where it's just blockbuster, box office, whatever you want to call it. They take their time. Good Lord. I know some people want Mike Conley. If you watched Mike Conley year 4, you'd be like, I don't know if this is the guy. Remember when everyone was off on Kyle Lowry? It's like, whoa, hey, hold on. Let's not get Kyle Lowry from the Houston Rockets because what did that look like? But then he goes to Toronto and it's like, then we had the whole conversation when he was a free agent. Oh, maybe we should not go after this guy and go get Kyle Lowry, who's getting ready to go over the hill.
All facts.
Maybe it's just patience for a guy who's 22 years old.
You just said
watching a young guy develop.
You just said the forbidden word, my man. We got Josh Hart. We going to the playoffs. It's either ish or get off the pot for a lot of these fans, man. That's just what it is, man. Let's get those likes up. 2,700 people in the chat, man. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Number one show for the fans, by the fans. Let's get to Drayton Jordan, Harlem World. Drayton, how you feeling?
Hey, guys. Thank you, Steve, for taking my call. And Alex, and thank you, too. First of all, I actually noticed I'm on I like to put a face to the voice. If you notice, I'm on your Discord on the chat, and I put my picture up there with the Knicks, because I play for the Knicks 7th Avenue squad. I'm a member of the 7th Avenue squad.
Okay.
So I just got my picture. Just want to say that. Let me get back to 5 points, TP, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
This is another great game for what I call the dynamic duo, and that's Hart and Brunson. I love what they bring to this team.
Mm-hmm.
Point number 2, Deuce and Obi minutes, unfortunately, is going to be reduced and diminished unless Tibbs go to a 10-man rotation, which I doubt. Point number 3, Hart is going to bring energy and excitement to the Garden. You can feel it, you can see it, and I love it. Point number 4, I'm very pleased with the team overall, and I hope, they keep a good team camaraderie. We got a good team camaraderie going on, and I hope that stays. And my last point, I didn't really want to touch it, but I want to touch a little bit about RJ. RJ's just in a little slump. And sometimes the slump is not physical, but it's almost mental. I think he's in a mental slump, too, and I think that's affected his physical game. You can almost look at his body language.
Yeah.
But I like a good point that Alex made. You got to be open to it, GP. Maybe him coming off the bench would help him, but it could almost backfire and almost cause another damage to his mentality. So you got to be careful about it. I think temporarily putting him on the bench would be a solution. And I'm kind of want to hear what you think about that.
Appreciate it. All facts, bro. All facts. I don't see how bringing him off the bench helps him get through. He's already not playing a lot in the fourth quarter. I mean, the whole start bench thing, I don't see how that impacts him. I don't see how you get him better by doing that. I don't see how he becomes a more confident player by doing that. I just don't see it.
I'm just saying to get him jump start the system. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need to take the cables to your car, jump start and get it going, go on a nice long drive, and then car starts working again. That's all I'm saying off the bench for like a hot cup of coffee set. Like that's it. Nothing like for the rest of the season. You get his motor, his confidence back going.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to play against lesser opponents to feel strong again. That's all I'm saying.
I hear that. I hear that. Let's go to. Let me load up Ashwin from India. We'll load him up. We see Ari on there. We'll go with Ari to close. Let's hear from Ron Cleveland, man. Ron Cleveland, let's go.
Man. What's going on, CP?
Ron, how you feeling, man? Long time, bro.
Man, hey, yeah, it's been a long time, man. Hey, I ain't wanted to come in, man, and call in, man, because, hey, some things I'm seeing, I don't agree with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Some of these picks I don't agree with. You know what I mean? I can't make excuses for players, and I never have and I never will. I get attached to progress, not to players, and that's where a lot of these Knicks fans, they get attached to players. First off, I'm going to tell you right now, this front office, I got to give them their kudos. Them guys went and got us a point guard, man. We've been waiting for a point guard for so long, and we got one that is exceeding everything that I thought he would be for this team. So shout out to them for that. And then what they do at the trade deadline, they go get a guy that's probably, when we look back at this trade deadline, will probably be the most impactful trade move of any team. So shout out to the front office for that. You know what I mean? Julius Randle doing his thing. Hey, and I didn't want to touch this guy because I'm sick and tired of talking about him, but I got to talk about RJ Barrett, man.
Mm-hmm.
I can't make no excuses for him, CP.
Mm-hmm.
You got Julius Randle, you got Brunson. He is not having the pressure that he has had in the past. Yeah, granted, he signed the contract. Hey, that's what comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
When you sign the contract, man, you got to perform.
That's
and
it.
The problem with RJ, if he can't score, he don't have no defense. So that's why he's becoming unplayable. And if you notice, Tibbs is yanking this kid out of the game, and rightfully so. Shout out to Tibbs for doing that, man. And if RJ don't tighten up, he's gonna be on the first thing smoking out of New York in the offseason for another player to fill that third spot, because we're still looking for somebody to be that consistent third option. We can't continue waiting on RJ talking about, oh, he's young. RJ has played a lot of minutes as a starter in this league, man. So we can't shine him up when he playing good and pacify him when he playing bad. RJ got to tighten up, man. Or a lot of players that came through MSG and got on the first thing smoking because they couldn't take the pressure cooker. And that's my word.
Ron Cleveland on the ouch. Rate that call in the chat, man. The return of the OG Ron Cleveland, an OG KnicksFanTV caller. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. Are you throwing tomatoes out there? You throwing fire emojis, man? What you guys think about Ron Cleveland's takes on the RJ situation? Boy, oh boy. Almost forgot Jalen Brunson had a great game tonight.
Welcome to Knicks Nation.
Welcome.
You thought there would be happiness?
we don't do happiness here.
What did Bane say?
I was born in the darkness.
This is us. This is us, man. This is us. Absolutely, man. What a night. What a night at MSG. 124-106. Knicks beat the Nets. 9-game losing streak snapped. 5 games over 500. So many positives to look at with this team.
No.
But it's on RJ, man.
No.
It's
not what you think. Not around these parts.
Not around these parts.
Not around these parts.
Not around these
Let me
parts,
tell
man.
you why the 15th man on the bench, who is not existent right now, should not.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Shout out to King Bernard 30. He says this show is awesome. It is, man. This is the #1 show for the fans, by the fans. Definitely appreciate all the fans rocking out with us, man. We have fun here, you know? We try to have fun here. We had a good
Can't
win.
wait to see what happens when this team ever wins a championship. I hope they win a championship in my life. I
we
really
gotta
want to know
go
how this
cuckoo
fan
for
base is
Cocoa
going to look
Puffs,
like.
man. Yeah.
I would love to know. It's like, it's not good enough. You know, they didn't really play the way the style that I wanted to play. It doesn't really count.
Yeah. I'll send my regards from heaven, man. Yeah. I'll send my regards from the upper room and say, hey, we did it, man.
Wow.
Me and Patrick will be watching together, man. You know? Yeah. That's just how it goes, man. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring you guys' attention to one of our sponsors tonight, and that is Athletic Greens. As I've been saying, man, my health is at an utmost important, and yours should be too if you guys take your health seriously. So, I've been taking the different steps to just one-up my health every day, whether that's exercising a couple times a week, just eating healthy, making sure I'm pushing a lot of water, flush out all those toxins. But I found a dope nutritional drink that I want to show to you guys or basically explain to you guys, and that is the AG1 formula by our friends at Athletic Greens. The AG1 formula comes with 75 high-quality vitamins and minerals and whole food sourced nutrients. Real dope green drink, and it comes with a lot of benefits, the AG1 formula, and that is, number one, promotes good gut health, which is good. You got to be on the regular. Make sure your digestive system is running smoothly. Supports immunity, especially in these times on the East Coast. The weather's changing. You definitely want to make sure that you have your daily dose of vitamin C and zinc and those nutrients there. Gives me good energy. So I take the AG1 formula, just a scoop. 1 scoop in an 8-ounce glass of water gives me good energy before I go to the gym, or you could even do it after you go to the gym, and it helps you maximize your recovery. And so, once again, all you do is you just take 1 scoop, you throw it in an 8-ounce glass of water. It's green, but it tastes good. I'll tell you that one thing. It tastes good. It doesn't taste sour or bitter or anything like a regular raw spinach drink would be. No, this is actually, it actually tastes good. So I don't mind drinking it. So 1 scoop, 8-ounce glass of water, you shake it up, you're good to go for the day. 75 high quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food sources, man. That is the AG1 formula from Athletic Greens. And for our people out there in KFTV Nation, man, our people out there in the chat and listening to the podcast, if a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. So go to athleticgreens.com/KnicksFanTV. That's athleticgreens.com/KnicksFanTV and check it out. So on top of the AG1 formula, you're going to get the 5 free travel packs plus 1 year supply of vitamin D. And for my people of African descent, my people of dark and melanin, you know, vitamin D is very important to our health. We don't absorb natural vitamin D from the sun as easy as others. So those supplements definitely come in handy for me, and it will for you too. So once again, athleticgreens.com/KnicksFanTV. Okay, back to the phones, Al. Let's go to, what do you want to hear from? Let's go to Corey from Rochester. Corey, what's going on?
Hello?
Yeah, how are you?
Hey, what's going on? This is once again Corey from Rochester. And,
Yes.
I was very want to say that I'm glad that it's my first time chatting with y'all,
Okay.
and I'm glad I got through the line. I want to say that tonight was an ecstatic game. I was impressed how the Knicks finally snapped the losing streak against the Nets. You know, salute to Jalen Brunson, who had a big game. And, of course, my man Josh Hart, who chipped in with 27, which was big for the Villanova connection. And also, I want to say, you know, Julius Randle, he did solid, you know, got his 18 points and 10 rebounds like a double-double. But the only thing I'm just getting a little fed up is, like, I know people have been talking about RJ Barrett. But, you know, players and fans need to stop criticizing people when they have bad games. You know, it's life in sports. Everybody cannot have a big game. Somebody has to take the lower echelon. But as long as the player is doing what they could do to help the team, that's all that matters the most.
Yeah.
Okay, it's no big deal. RJ Barrett had 4 points, 1 rebound. But what happened? They won the game. So it's not always his fault of him being, you know, say scoring less than 50 points. You know, Mike Thibodeau preaches that. He said every player is not going to have a good game to score every night.
Yeah, but
But
the
long
thing
as
is,
he's getting the help-
and appreciate the call. The thing is that you still got to be impacting winning. That's what Tibbs says as well. And for RJ, especially in the first half, he's got the Tony Snell special. That's not impacting winning.
Also, his defense has been woof.
It's been bad. So you got to be coming to the table with something. Everybody's bringing their brick. Brunson's bringing his. Julius is bringing his. Josh Hart, Quickley,
Even
Sims,
Grimes.
Hartenstein, Grimes. Everybody's bringing their brick to build this house. Not bad bricks, good bricks. But for RJ, you got to contribute something.
Yeah, I mean, in the past, we'd always be like, oh, you know, RJ had struggled offensively, but at least he give you something on defense.
Yeah.
Now, if he's not giving you something on defense and there's no offense, it's hard to look at the games and be like, what can you say? You know? And tonight is one of those nights saying, okay, he had his 4 points, he has 1 rebound, but it's, you know, it was like Quickley, Grimes, all those other guys who are out there giving some defense. Like, that's the one thing you could say about, that's the one thing we used to say about RJ all of the last 3 years. It's like, all right, he didn't have a scoring, but he gave us a solid 4 game. You know, he was, you know, he was a hound on defense. He was grabbing boards. He was doing some playmaking and stuff like that. And I don't know where that is, man. I don't know where that guy is.
Yeah.
Legitimately don't know, because I can't even say that on most nights.
Right.
I can't say, hey, RJ grabbed a rebound tonight. Hey, RJ was pushing the pace, found whoever in the corner, or, you know, even found Mitch for the lob. You know what I mean? Like that's the type of stuff where it's just, that's confusing. That is very confusing and a little concerning.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm not going to go throw him off the bridge.
Right.
Player, like, you know, it's funny that we, you know, we were once there, like, I said, hey, you could trade Randle, all this type of stuff. And now he's playing better. Now we acknowledge Randle's good play. We talk about how critical he is to the team. All right. Why can't we do the same for RJ?
Simple and plain, man. Simple and plain. Let's go to India. Ashwin, what's going on? Ashwin, let's go. Ashwin going once.
Hey, you guys can hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Let's go.
Hey CB Alex, I hope you are doing good. So, uh, first, let's get the bad thing out of the way. I'm not saying anything about RJ right now, but when he gets out of his funk, I'm gonna bring in a call, and it's gonna be loud and harsh, but family rated on those all those haters out here. Nextly, Jalen Brunson. I mean, he literally violated the Nets. Okay,
Yeah.
they Harris was trash talking to Knicks. I mean, why? You guys are all breakdancing around Jalen Brunson. He literally violated you guys, and you are trash talking. Okay, he was amazing, and Jalen Brunson, he is an all-star, no matter if he plays or not. And coming to Hart and Josh Hart, I think he is made for New York Knicks. Okay, he has only played 2 games, but we always say a player, New Yorkers love the players who put so much effort in defense, make hustle plays, goes for the ball always. Like people have to put effort to do that, right? People always grind their teeth, players always grind their teeth and do that type of plays.
Yeah.
But it's like I heard does that casually. I mean that effort that players bring, he does that casually while chewing his chewing gum, right? So and he is made he can do that in his sleep, like all the hustle plays and effort he can bring that. And I think the Blazers were incredibly foolish to trade him, and these are the kind of players
play,
we
man.
need to make extremely deep run into playoffs. So
Definitely, man.
that's
Appreciate the call, man. The bird is going crazy. You got to feed the bird. I think the bird loved the fact that the Knicks finally snapped the 9-game losing streak to the Nets. And shout out to Ashwood, man, calling in all the way from India. Shout out to his bird. His mama bird and them. Bird was tweaking out. All right, Ari, what's going on?
What up, CP? What up, Alex? Y'all hear me all right?
Yep.
What's on, bro?
Loud and clear.
Yo, CP, you're on fire tonight, bro. I gotta give you your flowers, bro. You pretty much took my take, man. We get Josh Hart, great player. 2 games, we get the shiny new toy, and now everyone wants to ship out the number 3 overall pick.
Right.
Even though he's playing like trash. And listen, I don't like RJ. Like I want to trade him eventually also, but you can't. He's still your number. He's still your number 3 pick.
Yeah.
You still just paid this guy, and part of development is to let him play through these things. So you could simultaneously think that RJ Barrett is not the guy and doesn't fit the long-term plans of this team, but not want to trade him while his stock and his value is at as low as it's going to be.
Correct.
All right. And right after you paid him, man, and this is what you're saying, dude, you're spot on. We can't handle a rebuild. You think these fans can handle a rebuild?
The
There's
leader
no way,
of the
dude.
Toxic Boys is speaking facts to you people in the chat right now. Let's go, Ari. Go keep cooking. I'm listening.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
all
Listen,
ears.
bro. Listen. If I'm gonna sit here and preach development and preach draft, right? Listen, Josh Hart's a good player. No one was saying that this first round pick that we traded, that our team wasn't gonna get better with Josh Hart. But just understand that Josh Hart playing well comes at the expense of Emmanuel Quickley ending the game last game, or tonight Quentin Grimes ending the game, right? It comes at the expense of the future development of RJ, of Quickley, of Grimes, because now you have 1 out of the 5 guys that are going to probably be on the floor come the end of playoffs, right? And I want to draft and develop, and part of drafting and develop means going up with the ups and the downs of the players, right? So it's unfortunate because we will never be able to deal with the real rebuild because, this team is just because we got Josh Hart, this team wants to, all of a sudden now we have to win a championship. And now the development aspect of everything just goes out the window. So it's disappointing. But listen, I think RJ Barrett's going to eventually be the piece that gets moved in a big deal. Whether it's a Zach LaVine or it looks like Booker's going to stay there. I don't know. I don't want any of these guys, and I'm just depressed that Booker is probably going to stay.
Yeah.
But RJ is probably going to be the piece that's moved in that superstar trade whenever that happens. But we got to increase this guy's value, dude. Right? Personally, I don't think he's ever going to reach his potential on this team with Julius Randle on this team. Right? I just don't think it's going to happen for him. I think he's eventually going to get moved, man. But my God, bro. I remember when Tracy McGrady came to the Knicks when he was like 40 years old and he dropped 26 points, and everyone thought he was like Orlando T-Mac, and then a week later, like he came back down to earth. It's just crazy how these fans overreact 1 or 2 games. Like Josh Hart is Michael Jordan. It's embarrassing, man. Listen, do you think Josh Hart is going to make us win? Is going to be the difference between us winning a first-round series and losing a first-round series? I don't think he's going to be that difference, right? So I would have rather had the draft pick, and I would have rather just prioritized the development. But salute to you, CP. Right on the money. Great take tonight, Alex. Shout out to you, and thank you for the call, guys.
Right. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. All right, let's go to Jay Boogie. Jay Boogie, what's good? Jay Boogie, let's go.
Is a Hart in the house tonight. Stand up. You got to have love. You got to have feeling. That's what's happening. We getting more heart on the squad. We getting more love on the squad. Everybody's smiling. They figuring it out. They playing together. They feeling like they belong together. You know what I'm saying? It's a new spark plug on this team. You know, sometimes when you continue on playing the same way, other teams will get used to you. So that teams will know how to prepare for you. But now we got a new spark. So now teams got to readjust again to us. You know what I'm saying? Again to us, man. You got to love and appreciate with Josh Hart, the energy, the effort, the hard work, the motivation, the talk. Everything about this man says that he's a New York Knicks grinding ball player. Thank you for going to get this guy. Thank you for him being here, and thank you. Let's continue on doing. But I don't want him to be a starter. I need him to continue being on that spark coming up off the bench. Let Grimes and RJ figure it out, because if you put him in the game and then he has a bad game and then you bring guys in and they don't give him the same spark, then you're not going to get the same effect from the team. So let the team stay like it is and keep the spark coming off the bench, and let's keep doing what we're doing. But hold up, Jalen Brunson, what you doing? They don't want to let us in the All-Star game, so I'm going to keep taking it out on all these people that's standing in front of me. But you ain't got to, you know what I'm saying, put me in the All-Star game. I know Jalen Brown over there, that's his spot. I know he's dealing with a facial issue. I know he's going to play and probably put a mask on and play like CP3 did in that All-Star game the last time. But I'm an All-Star to the team. I'm an All-Star to the city. I'm an All-Star point blank, whether you put me in that game or not. I'm almost setting a franchise record with 30-point games this season, almost catching the person who ever scored the most 30-point games in their entire career of the New York Knicks, and more 40-point games. You know what I'm saying? You got to appreciate and love everything that's going on. I love what's going on. You know, matter of RJ, only thing he needs to just go to the club party, dance, swing a little bit, get some mingle, get some vibe, get some rhythm and all that. You know, I hate I gave my brother them 2 tickets for the Nas thing, but it wasn't, you know what I'm saying, kind of reactive for me going to Atlanta. So I'm going to meet the team in Atlanta for the game Wednesday. I can't go out there to New York to the Nas thing because my wife and she ain't going, so I'm not going to give away the tickets. I wish I could have gave him the RJ, let him go away and let him go party and get his boogie on and everything like that. But you got to appreciate what we're doing right now. Like I said, stand up. Is it a heart in the house tonight? Put your heart in this thing. You just seen Leon at the game the other night, so now they're telling me the heartbeat. You should have known that Josh Hart was coming to this thing. God, I love what's going on, and I got my eyes on Toronto. Go ahead and let that boy go. I love to see you let go Thaddeus Young so I can get in Perry ear, so I can get in Allen Houston. Say, yo, go get Thaddeus Young. That's another piece we can have coming off the bench that know how to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? That's all we need is a few guys know how to play basketball. No, we're not championship ready, but we on the right page, going in the right direction, doing the right things. So everybody, continue on being yourself. Stay healthy and safe. That thing is slightly still out there. Still mask up. Still make sure, you know what I'm saying, you're staying on completely safe for your family. Salute, 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 3 capital S's. Is our heart in the house tonight? Stand up.
Throw some 5s in the chat for Jay Boogie for another excellent sermon to close the show.
We need Jay Boogie to go see RJ.
That's what we need.
Give him that motivation.
That's what we need. We need, that is the answer to all of this.
He's got to go to Jamaica and with Jay Boogie.
Yeah. He's got to go to Jamaica first, go see the track coach, go see the track team. We got to work on his footwork. Then he's got to get in a phone call. We just set up a phone call with Jay Boogie and get some motivation. It's just confidence, man. It's confidence right now. You know? It's confidence. Real quick, what you think about the Super Bowl last night, bro?
I thought it was entertaining, man.
Yeah.
I thought it was entertaining. As a guy who had no dog in the race, you know, it was fun.
Yeah.
High scoring affair. I liked it. It was a classic. I know there's a lot of controversy over the last call and giving it to the Chiefs, but you know what? I forget the corner's name, but even he's like, I thought they were just gonna let me play. Yeah, he was like, I thought they were just gonna let us play through it. Don't make that move, man. Don't give the refs any ammo to make that call. That's how I feel about it. But hey, Pat Mahomes playing on a bum ankle. When he scrambled, bro, I was like,
that scramble was hard. That scramble was hard.
I was like, yo, he's doing it all for the team right now. He's like, I got this. Put the team on my back, though.
Yeah. I number one, I'm thrilled that the Eagles lost. Cry, Eagles, cry. Yeah, I was thrilled. I was going Kansas City all day. But, you know, I was very surprised. Even after the championship games 2 weeks ago, I was very surprised. Everybody was hopping on the Eagles, like, you know, Eagles are going to run through Kansas City. I was like, no. For a number of reasons. Number one, the Super Bowl is a different game than any other game. Regular season playoffs. You get the 2-week layover. It's a longer game. You got to deal with halftime and all that. It's just different. Number two, you're dealing with a great coach and quarterback combo. Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes. You can't count those guys out. So I gave Kansas City a great chance, not just because I'm an Eagles hater, because I am, but I gave Kansas City a good chance because you have an elite quarterback and a great coach. Anything is possible, bro.
But CP, you also got to add in for the revenge game of Andy Reid going against his former team.
I was all for it.
Look. Arian Foster talked about a script, all right?
Yeah.
This script was already played out, all right? We already knew what it was. It was like, we're going to send Andy Reid home, beating the Eagles.
Yeah.
Second championship with Pat Mahomes. The script was written. I
was all for it. And another thing is, the fumble recovery return to the house was major. That was major.
Yo, that was crazy. I thought he was about to get two.
To balance the tides. That was major that the Chiefs had. But also, the biggest factor to me why the Chiefs had a chance in this whole game was that the Eagles' pass rush wasn't that great. And that was the X factor. The battle of the trenches. Was the Eagles' pass rush, which has been dominant this year, would they get to Mahomes on his bum ankle? They had no sacks in the game. Give credit to Kansas City's offensive line because they gave an elite quarterback time to make plays. And even when you break plays with him, he's even better.
Yep.
He's even better. But the icing on the cake, bro, I'm watching this kid, Kadarius Toney, run back. I'm screaming at the TV like he's still on the Giant. Like, I got so emotional at that point because at one moment, I'm pissed that the Giants let this kid go. I have no clue why he got let go. And at the same time, I'm happy because he's sticking it to the Eagles. It was a very interesting moment to watch Kadarius Toney, number one, score a touchdown.
You were in your feelings.
I was in my feelings heavy, man. Scoring a touchdown and then the special teams play to break that thing open. It's tough to see the game kind of end on the Bradbury hold, but
hey, don't make that play.
Yeah.
Look, he knew what he was doing. He acknowledged to knowing what he was doing. So if you know what you're gonna do, you put yourself in that type of risk. Don't do it. You just don't do it.
Can't do it, man.
It stinks that it ended that way, but you can't put yourself. Come on, man. How many times do we see it don't matter the sport? It's like the refs make a call that you don't want. Like, oh, let it play it out.
Can't do it.
What?
You can't do it. I thought Rihanna was great.
Yo, the fact that she was playing on that Super Smash Brothers platform, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, she risked it all, pregnant it all. You know what I mean? I think I saw they definitely had some sort of support cable in the back.
There was support. There was support cable. There was support. But
I thought she was good, man.
Yo, the camera work, the entrance, that thing was fire.
It's good.
The way that it zoomed out and you saw the entire stadium, I was like,
yeah.
For a second, I thought it was like CGI. I was like, yo, is this? And then I was like, no, this is real. This is absolutely real. That was fire.
I
Fire
forgot, watching that show, I forgot how many hits, like smash hits she had. Like, I was just like, damn.
Threw me back.
She had some hits, bro. So some hits. That's all I was there for. Like, I didn't need to see like all the dancing. I'll leave that to the women. But like tracks wise, she had some classics, man. I forgot about all those joints, man, because she had building a billion dollar empire on the side. But yeah, shout out to her. It was a good game, good halftime, and the Eagles lost. I went home a happy camper. You know what I'm saying?
I saw a funny tweet, IG post, whatever. It was like, because she's pregnant again, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, ASAP Rocky really earning that name, ASAP.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that. Shout out to Rocky, man. All right, yeah. So super chat. Shout out to Respect Shaq. $5 super chat says RJ's the X factor if we want to win a first round series. Now let's beat those birds on Wednesday. Shout out to Malik Shabazz. Welcome to the Fanchise channel memberships. Russell Whiskey salute. Shout out to my guy Steve the Art Man. Says hashtag start Hart. Let Grimes continue developing with the bench unit. RJ will be fine. Knicks look great. Let's see how we look after the All-Star break. Perry G, $5 super chat says Brunson is a top 25 player. Who said Hart can't shoot? 52 bench points. Finally an easy win. Go Knicks. Dylan the Don, $5 super chat says haven't given up on RJ, but as of currently, I'm seeing Ronaldo Balkman. RJ Barrett, tired of the young excuses. Hashtag step it up. Shout out Porter Carroll, First Lady of Sports, Larry Medina. Will Caldwell, $10 super chat says celebrating my 50th birthday in DR. Still had to check in at KFTV for this one. Shout out to Will Caldwell, man. Happy birthday. He says Hart is absolutely what we needed, wearing the right number, having Stark-like performances in his first two games. Happy birthday, Will Caldwell. Everybody in the chat, big up Will Caldwell and wish him happy birthday. Junior Caroma says, CP, I'm always an RJ apologist. The chat know me. We going at it in the chat during the game. Forever RJ Hive. Shout out Blade Pinder, who says, can't wait to see Mitch in the lineup with Hart. That boy's a dog for real. Sean F, $10 super chat says, RJ not having an all-star year we wanted, but I think his game is being overshadowed by Randle resurgence and Brunson breakout. Not his fault, just losing confidence as his opportunities dwindle. Shout out to Trevon Cash. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Ignacio Lobregat, a channel member, sends us a 249 Philippine. Is it peso? What's the currency in the Philippines, Al?
I think it is peso, is it not?
I don't remember. But shout out to the Philippines. He says, CP gotta chill. Let's all enjoy the win. Let's go Knicks.
Peso,
there we go. Nick Cooper, $5 super chat says, we're talking about okay, got that one. Shout out Rhyme Animal Chuck D says, with Mitch, Julius, Hart, Grimes, JB starting, I do believe RJ will be potent as a sixth man. With IB, OB, Hart on the break, RJ should not look at it as a demotion. Actually, he could be Havlicek, Pierce, Eddie Johnson. Shout out to Var Pat. Says, I think this is Ben Simmons' first ever loss to the Knicks. Think about that. Nah, forget Ben Simmons. Holders L says, Shaq from Saudi Arabia says, Jalen Mariano Brunson, the truth. We can handle a rebuild. Quickley was drafted after him, and Quickley is seeing crunch time over him. Shout out David Capel, $20 super chat. We got to stop saying RJ's only 22, but then again, he's only 22. I believe he's a hard worker. We allow him one more offseason. I can't give up on him before he reaches his prime. Isaiah Jackson, $5 super chat says, you know it's bad when the Knicks fan base is ignoring Randle and Tibbs because of RJ. M. Suave says, Zion got hurt sitting on the couch and he still had the same amount of points as RJ, but a half. Emil Pomansor. They going in.
You want to have something fun
Yeah.
to show up for before we end it? I sent you the link to the Swamp Dragons. We want to throw that up so everyone sees what the image was going to look like.
All right, no doubt. Emil Beaumont-Sor says, I think that is good. I think Brunson is that good. How long do you think it'll take before he puts pressure on the Knicks to put a contending team around him? He wants to win. He just got here. I don't see that. Give him a little time. Maybe next year. Pudge Forever says, will Josh Hart opt out of his contract? Will the Knicks sign him long term? Yes and yes. Anthony Chumanello, appreciate it. hold this L, says Alex. Your youth has to be good or have upside. Holding on to RJ and Obi are mediocre. This is the NBA. You either get better or get left behind. Sad truth. Rocky Nath says, RJ hater, sit down. He's one of us. Recall what Jimmy Butler said about him. Hoping he hit Jimmy up this summer, minus R. Nichols. Maple Bamba. Bart Pat says, I wish that Julius would pick and roll more with Brunson instead of setting a pick, getting the pass, and ISO. It's rare I see him off the cut. It's true. Henny Rock says, we love the Youngblood RJ, but he's got a lot of work to do in the offseason. Robert Randolph, anybody seen Obi and RJ? Since y'all said build a team around them two. Ha, Julius high forever. Okay. Dylan the Don says it's not about RJ being good or bad. It's the amount you've paid him. That when he gives nothing on a given night, it's Tony Snell numbers. Player with that type of payroll don't give you those type of games. Reggie Jones, they said the same thing about Randle last year. RJ will bounce back. Shout out Hoodies Vintage. Shout out Camilo A. Shout out Peter. And shout out Jay Boogie. He says, rest in heaven to the Dove from De La Soul. Yeah, man. Shout out to True Goy from De La Soul, Brooklyn. He was like a pothole in our lawn. Yeah, rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to a legend, man. Yeah, man. Salute. Great show, everybody. Remember to salute our sponsors. Go to manscaped.com. Use promo code KFTV for 20% off plus free shipping. Go to prizepicks.com. Use promo code KFTV for an instant deposit match of up to $100. And Athletic Greens. Athletic Greens, man. Once again, if a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/KnicksFanTV. That's athleticgreens.com/KnicksFanTV. Also remember that the show's available in audio podcast format, man. So no reason to miss it. That is all. Wednesday, Knicks versus Hawks. We got JD on the play-by-play, man. So keep it locked to Knicks Fan TV, JD Sports Talk, play-by-play for the game. So we'll be doing a watch-along. And so make sure you guys tap into that one, man. All right? I got to tap out. Great show, Al. We out here.
Right back at you, bro.
Peace.